Jake Paul is in training camp for Anthony Joshua. Sounds like a joke, right? No, but I'm serious. Jake Paul is in training camp for Anthony Joshua. He posted a picture of his sparring partners. So we're asking, did he pick the right sparring partners to prepare him for a fight with Anthony Joshua? So you see it here. It's posted. Jake Paul has been doing rounds with Jared Anderson, Frank Sanchez, and Lawrence
It's such
Okolie.
a funny picture.
And Lawrence Okolie ahead of his bout with Anthony Joshua. And this was posted by Jake Paul. And we'll just make the picture big. And you see how all of them put their social media too. Like, you know what I mean? Hey, well, actually he did. They probably didn't ask him to do it, but he's like, hey, give my friends a follow. So you see he's in there training. Now, Complex, he has Jared Anderson, Frank Sanchez, and Lawrence Okolie. We're going to ask if he picked the right sparring partners. But before we do that, there's someone else who wants to help Jake Paul beat Anthony Joshua. Another pro fighter wants to help him. And you'll never guess who it is. And if you guessed Andy Ruiz, you are correct.
What advice would you give to him, like, technically?
I think just having faith, man. Having faith, don't be scared, and do what you gotta do. Ask God for that victory, and He will come through. And you just be fearless. That's what you gotta do. You gotta be fearless and give it all you got.
Any secret to boxing a guy like
Just
like
get him with the
Joshua?
right hand. That's what Jake Paul's looking for, the right hand. And if he lands, he could do good damage. So a lot of people underestimate Jake Paul, but in reality, he's a good fighter and he's dedicated, and that's what I like about him.
You get on the phone with Jake before the fight?
I haven't, but I'm gonna hit him up.
That's
And
what's up.
try to give him some little pointers on.
What advice would you give to him?
Yo, shout out to Andy, dog. You see that ice? You see that Jesus piece on his neck? God, damn. And he's still eating off that fight, dog. He's still eating off that. Bro, that was years ago. My man's still shining. Shout out to Andy Ruiz, bro. Shout out to him. You saw the glasses. He had the chain, the king on.
The thing about Andy is he's the most unlikely person to be heavyweight champion. You just wouldn't think that's the former heavyweight champion of the world right there. But
hey, he's looking like it right now. He's shining like it.
But yeah, so what do you think? Do you think he brought the right sparring partners in? You think Andy Ruiz can give him some great advice?
Man, he could have brought back the ghost of Muhammad Ali and Joe Louis, and he could have brought back Cus D'Amato from the grave to help him in his corner. It does not matter. It does not matter. That picture is so funny because it's like Jake, these guys are all smiling big, and Jake is there look like he's about to fall over. Like, I can only imagine what the good rounds were. Because generally, when you bring in sparring partners, right, you're supposed to you'll switch them out and you'll go against them for however many rounds, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering, did Frank Sanchez do 2 rounds, right? with did Frank Sanchez do 2 rounds and be like, okay, now Lawrence Okolie, you come in, and he do 2 rounds, and then freaking Jared Anderson come and do another 2 rounds? Are we serious here? Is this what these guys are probably think this is a joke? Or what am I doing here? But I'm sure they're getting paid. I mean, shout out to him for finding actual world-class heavyweights to spar, right? I mean, I don't know how much good it's going to do them beating him up. You know what I mean? Because I doubt he's doing anything. Okay. So all these guys are world-class heavyweights, and they're all guys who can give him pointers. But it's not enough it's never going to be close or anywhere near as what he needs to get to fight a legitimate Anthony Joshua, to legitimately fight Anthony Joshua. So it's probably just good training. It's just okay, it's good experience. So it's good experience. I mean, if he was a regular cruiserweight and he was sparring those guys, or he was in those guys' camps, I'd say, yeah, that's good work for him to in the future. You know what I mean? But it's not going to make a difference the night of the fight. He's 2 rounds with Frank. First off, Frank Sanchez could fight you the whole time with one hand and still not break a sweat, right? So it's what do we? Do
you think that they're really giving him work? Do you think they're really treating him like he's another peer in the sparring session?
No, I think I wonder if they're okay, let's us go spar for real while he's doing that, whatever, right? Let us go do some actual work.
Right. They wait for Jake to leave so they can get the real work in.
Now let's get the real work in,
Exactly.
right?
They're posing in
I
that picture like, all right, Jake, get out the ring so we can work.
Exactly. They can't because they would hurt him. Like he's got the fight in a couple weeks. They don't want to hurt him before the fight, so they can't possibly give him any real work. It's just it's so laughable all the way around. I just don't even know where to begin. Like he could not. And the thing is, this generally in a real fight camp, you want your sparring partners to push you to the limit, right? You don't want Frank Sanchez to push you to the limit. You don't want Jared Anderson to push you to the limit because if they do, they're going to send you to the hospital. You don't want Lawrence Okolie to really, really try to put it on you. So it's like, what is the purpose of this? What is even the benefit of it? You know what I mean? I don't know. Jake Paul is a rich kid, like living out like his fantasies of like, I want to be a fighter, so he gets to hang out and do all these things. He could pay these guys to like be there and whatever. I don't know. What I guess it's yeah. It's funny. He had Shakur Stevenson like 2 weeks ago. He had Shakur Stevenson and who else there? And now he's got
Raymond Ford, Montana Love.
And now he's got goddamn Jared Addison. Look at the difference. What are we doing here? But anyways, shout out to Jake, man.
Only in America, dog. Can you pull some crap like this?
Bro, I can't even like begin to think how funny it is. These guys are like, oh yeah, let's spar. They probably like love tapping him and then like, all right, 2 rounds, or you get out now. Like he could have just had one of those guys. Honestly, he should have just had one of those guys and just worked with that one guy like Lawrence Okolie, because it looks like Lawrence Okolie actually wants him to like get better. So like just work with Lawrence Okolie. You don't need him to come out because he doesn't need to step out for you, right? You're a novice compared to him, so just work with him the whole time.
And he can give you points. You didn't peep it. Lawrence Okolie is a mind job. It's a mind job on AJ because Lawrence Okolie was working at McDonald's. AJ's the one who brought him in. AJ used to manage him, and now Lawrence Okolie's out. So now he's bringing in someone who knows AJ's deep, dark secrets and someone who knows about AJ in the gym and all AJ's weaknesses. So when he brought in Lawrence and he was taking that picture, it was really like the mind games. Like, yeah, he was in here, AJ.
Yeah. I think that's just gonna make AJ more mad. If AJ really wants to, this fight could last 20 seconds, maybe at max. Like it should. I just feel like AJ's gonna fuck around and let it go like 3 rounds or something. You know what I mean? Just because he feels like it. But anyways, I think that's it's good sparring. I'm sure good sparring, real good work. Yeah, it's like man, you did a good job.
Look. Andy Ruiz is going to call Jake Paul, and this is the pointers he's going to give him. He's going to say, look, if you pray every night at 7:27, the Lord, you will land a punch from the gods the same way I did.
It is a punch from the gods.
Forget, I was about to get knocked out. I threw my Hail Mary, and it landed, and that's how I beat Anthony Joshua. If you pray at the same time, facing the same direction that I did every day until the fight, you will land a punch from the gods too. That's what he
Andy needs to put him on the phone with that Jesus piece that he had on. That's the only way he's going to win. That Jesus piece
with all the crosses.
With the so the crosses on the glasses.
Does he have the right sparring partners to prepare him for AJ? Who cares? Like, I mean, if this is a real fight, it doesn't matter. I saw someone wrote this in the comment section. They said, I think it was AVP, salute to you, wrote that he's getting $92 million to fight AJ. If he's getting $92 million to fight AJ, he's just taking pictures to make it look good. We all know what you're going in there for. I just hope that you really take the punch and you don't sell it short. You're getting $92 million to get scalped. Go in there like the sacrificial lamb that you are and take the punch for real. If that's true, then go in there and do what you got paid to do. Because you got paid a lot to go in there. Like Francis Ngannou went in there. Go in there and take what you got coming to you, Jake.
I mean, you know what would be funny if AJ had to fight in the same night, Jake Paul, and then his sparring partners. Like, All right, I gotta fight Jake, and then I gotta fight Jared Anderson and Frank Sanchez and Lawrence O'Colly. That would be much more believable than just fight. I can't even imagine. Imagine like I'm a professional fighter and I gotta go with this guy. I'm going to do 2 or 3 rounds with him, and then another fresh guy. He's gonna be dead. That doesn't make any sense. What's the point? He's gonna be dead after 3. Imagine 3 rounds with Frank Sanchez. He has to fight 3 rounds with Frank Sanchez for real. Then fight another 3 rounds with Jared Anderson for real. Then fight another 3 rounds with Lawrence O'Colly for real. Are we serious?
I'm telling you, it's a photo op, bro. He didn't do that. That's what I'm telling you. It's just mind games, bro. He's just fronting, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it would be
that's so with all laughable. 3 of them.
By the time he got to the 3rd guy, he'd be dead in the ring. He'd be dead.
He wants to create the illusion. I'm gonna tell you what happened. If this really happened, he sparred all 3 of them for 1 round. That's what happened. They each winning in 1 round. I'm not buying it, man. It's whatever. I'm not buying it. You can take us out.
It is what it is. They're getting paid. They're getting a good check to be in the camp, and they're in Puerto Rico, and there's
Lions.
Lions in the camp.
No, not lions.
All right, y'all.
You know, yeah, like LYING.
Yeah, that's the Lions. Yeah. All right, y'all. Let us know what you think in the comments. You think this training partners? Oh, hold on. Before we even end, this is another thing we need to touch on in the heavyweight scene, because Jared, you saw in the picture, Jared Anderson was standing there right next to Frank Sanchez, arm in arm, but they were supposed to fight. They were ordered, I think, by the IBF to fight, and Jared Anderson, I believe, backed out of that fight. So I don't know who Frank Sanchez is supposed to fight. Frank Sanchez, I think that's the second person who's backed out of that fight against him. I don't know what's going on. Frank Sanchez was a good fighter. I remember back in the day, I thought he was like a boogeyman. I thought he was going to be like another Cuban, boogeyman. But he, I think, lost at some point. But he's still a good fighter. I don't know why people aren't trying to fight him, or I don't know what. Especially to get a chance. If you beat him, you get a chance at Usyk. You know what I mean? And him versus Usyk would be a good fight, I think, as well. So I'm curious to see what's going on there. I don't know if Jared Anderson, what he's got planned. Right? It was what's his name was supposed to fight him, but he dropped out so he could fight a stablemate. Dubois. I think Dubois was supposed to fight Frank Sanchez, and I think he backed out because I think he's going to go for the WBO against oh boy.
Fabio Wardley.
Fabio Wardley. I think that's
the
plan.
Hell of a fight, though.
That is a hell of a fight, and that's for the actual championship. So I get it. I get that. But I understand why Jared Anderson would back out of that fight. But maybe they're getting rounds in, and maybe Jared Anderson was like, yeah, I don't want that right now. Jared Anderson, probably his confidence issues.
Probably didn't even know Frank Sanchez was going to be there, bro. Like, guys fought all the time and fight each other all the time, too. So, like,
That's true. But
I don't. This is not. I'm not. Don't confuse this with real boxing. Like, I don't. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. That's true, but I'm curious just to see how that all played out and what's next for Frank Sanchez. I'd love to see him get a shot at Usyk or get a shot at a belt, because I used to be a real big fan of his. I thought he was really skillful, really tough guy.
Frank Sanchez?
Yeah.
His legs are going, bro.
I mean,
yo, in the fight he had, I can't remember who it was against. It's escaping me right now, but he had on like 2 knee braces and he could barely move.
The one thing about these Cubans, man, their ages. Look, I just Googled them. Guess how old he is? They say he is.
What, like 40?
No.
How old do they say he is?
Frank Sanchez is 33 years old. If Frank Sanchez is 33, then I'm 16.
You can't,
bro, that man's face has lived way more than 33 years. That man.
Frank Sanchez is 33.
That's what they say. Born in 1992.
He looks older than LeBron. Like, what the hell?
He could be LeBron's dad.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what the hell's going on? I don't know, bro. Look, whatever.
Oh, my God. That is so funny. Oh, he lost to Adrian Cabello.
Yes.
Shout out to Cabello.
Yes, in his fight with Cabello, he had on like these 2 braces and he just looked, his legs were gone, bro. Like, he couldn't keep up. Yeah.
He's at the ripe age of 33, his knees are all banged up.
I know, at the ripe age.
Oh my god, man. Cubans are funny, dog. Cubans are.
He's a youngin. You know how they recover fast when they're young, right?
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my days. Anyways, well, that's who. Well, potential future world champion. That's who.
How old is
Jake
Frank
Paul's friend.
Sanchez really? Do you think? Put it in the comment section.
Right. Yeah. What he was. He was old enough to have a kid in 1992, let alone be a kid in 1992. He was born 1992. That man, he can tell you what the 80s was like. You know. I remember 84. That was a good year. Oh my god. All right, y'all. Let us know in the comments what you think about Jake Paul and his chances against Anthony Joshua with these sparring partners. Is it going to make a difference or not? Let us know. We'll talk to you soon. It's Corner to Corner with Caden and Complex. We out.